everyone, and welcome to Ventures with Them. So it's actually been a while since I've done an unboxing of any kind. We did do the last couple of trips, and I've shown you the haul of what we purchased while we were there. But I actually haven't done any kind of unboxing lately. And the crazy thing about it is we pretty much get stuff just about every day. I know that's not really a good thing, but it just kind of is what it is. So one of the things is we've actually had some sort of cool days here lately. When I say sort of cool, it's actually kind of been in the 80s, but that's pretty cool for us. So yeah, it's actually starting to feel a little like fall, which is crazy because normally it's in the hundreds right now. And I'm not getting my hopes up that it stays this cool. It's just sort of cool. I mean, it's actually pleasant to go outside. So with it being like that, I actually have gotten in the mood to start decorating for fall and Halloween. One of my favorite times of the year, actually. And so in doing that, I started looking to see what we could find. So in the past for fall and Halloween, I actually have purchased these, they're just like the fall leaves on a string, and it's just on plastic. They're long strands. You can get them on Amazon, and I'll put that in now. And so I actually took those, and they're really cheap looking. I know they're real cheap looking. Every year I take these and I add in more leaves, and I just kind of do these like on the bottom parts of my windowsills outside and around the mailbox. We have a brick mailbox, and so I do it just kind of like all over like the brick, you know, front and back, along the top and stuff like that, just to give it a nice fall feel. And then I go around the door frame. I've even done them inside as well, around the inside of the door frame and around like the bottom part of the window sills, you know, here. And you know, just all the windows and stuff that you normally see. And then I'll do them around on tables and things like that as well. You can actually do them around things like, you know, this is where our TV sits. You can do them around things like that. It looks pretty cool. So anyway, I went ahead and ordered some more in. So I wanted to just kind of give you an idea. And these look rough because I just put these in bags and just put them up, and then I get them back out later. So this is just like kind of the idea of what I was talking about. Now just know that this one hasn't been done all the way yet, but so these are the strands, and they come with these terrible looking leaves on them. And I take them apart and I actually do them front and back and staple them together so that when they're out and about, they're full. You can see how this one just has tape, and so this one will actually have another leaf that looks like this or another color put onto the back and then stapled together to where it's done like this one is with these other leaves. And I have all different color leaves on these: reds, browns, oranges, yellows, different things like that. Like I said, they look rough because they've just been put up, but this just kind of gives you an idea. Like this is one of the red colored leaves of what they actually look like when you get them. So this is one thing that I just kind of started doing a couple of years ago is getting these. And one package of these is all I ordered, I believe, and I have plenty to do, like around the door, around the windows, around the mailbox, things like that, to make it nice and just fall looking outside. And I actually leave those up. I'll put them up probably here in a couple of weeks, and I'll actually leave those up through November. And then as I take those down, I'll start putting up Christmas. And so that is one of the things that I do. And so one of the things I got in is another package of the leaves. And this is what it looks like when it comes in. This is actually 1,000 more leaves. Yeah, I get a lot at a time. If you can kind of see that, that's like the red and brown together, and it's all different colors throughout there. There's red and brown, red, orange and yellow, and then that's the other red, like a brighter orangish red color. So anyway, I get about 1,000. This is the package of 1,000. So this is normally what I get in every year. And then I use those little fuzzy sticks to add more to each one of those. So over time, these start to actually like discolor a little bit, which to me is what makes it look so great outside. Because you'll have some that are weathered looking, and so they'll turn lighter color, and then you'll add the new darker, brighter colors in with it, which really gives it a really good fall, autumny feel. And so that is actually what I use. And so as I get ready to put those up, I will show you as I'm putting them together, and then I'll actually show you what it looks like put up, and it looks pretty good. So we actually looked at just buying some of the really nice looking ones a couple of years back. And for a piece that was about 2 to 3 foot, it was $10 or $20, depending on how nice you wanted it to look. And I got all of those for $11. And then every year I spend about $10 just adding, that one thing is like $10, $11 for 1,000. Leaves. So I just every year add about $10 to it, and I just keep improving the look of it. And as they start to fall apart, I'll pull the ones off, throw those away, and just keep adding more. I do like to save money when I can, and it does look pretty good, so you'll get to see that later. And so that's one of the things that I got in talking about fall and Halloween and stuff. We normally don't put up like the inflatables outside. We have one that we put up during Christmas, and it's the Grinch. But we normally don't put up the inflatables outside. This year, I don't know. I just have all of this celebrating in my blood right now. It's in my brain. It's in my heart. I really just want to kind of go all out this year. So I am looking at getting a few inflatables. I'm actually trying to decide if we're going to go like Disney themed, of maybe like Jack Skellington, Oogie Boogie, maybe Mickey Minnie in like their little Halloween costumes. I've actually seen one that's the black cat with the little witch's hat on that I thought was really cute. I've seen a really cool looking ghost that turns all different colors coming up out of a jack-o'-lantern. He's like a almost scary looking ghost. I've just been seeing a lot, and so I'm actually thinking that we will probably invest in maybe 2 to 4 of the inflatables. They're not going to be the huge ones. I'm not spending a fortune on them. I'm thinking I probably won't spend over $100 on the inflatables to go out there. And then another thing that I'm looking at are these spider webs, and I'll put that picture in now. And so I'm thinking about getting those, and I have two posts that come out of the front of the house out here that I'm thinking about running those from the post out and spreading them out. And then we also have a metal fence, chain link fence that goes around to separate, the yards and stuff out front. And I actually am thinking about maybe trying to put one over there in that corner. There's another one that I'm looking at. I'll put that one in here. So that is the one that I'm actually thinking about doing it from the corner of the fence. So our fence goes like this, and then it goes out towards the road. So I'm thinking about doing it in this corner here, and instead of doing it straight down like the picture shows, kind of doing it out to where it kind of goes from the top of the fence. The fence is only like 4 foot tall, down to the yard, and just kind of doing it in that corner and putting this, a few of the spiders there. And then those same spiders it comes with 7 spiders, not 1. So I'm thinking about adding some of those out to the big webs that are going to go out into the yard. And then adding in the inflatables, and the other thing that I am planning to get is one of the fog machines. So that's just kind of what I have going right now. That's kind of what I'm thinking along the lines of anyway. But anyway, all that came up just because I ordered in some leaves. You're welcome. And one other thing is, so while we were in Hershey, so I just kept thinking about when I would walk into the lodge, how it had the aroma of cocoa in that one area, and how disappointed I was that it didn't smell like cocoa throughout the entire lodge the whole time. And so I use essential oils in my home. I do have a few candles, but I don't burn candles very much. I prefer to do the essential oils because with the essential oils, when you put those in the diffusers, once the water runs out, it turns off. You don't have to worry about the house burning down. You don't have to worry about anything like that. And so I like to do the essential oils. So one thing while we were at Hershey, I tried to find the Hershey cocoa essential oils for the diffuser, and they don't sell those. So anyway, one of the things that I did after I found out they did not have those available for sale was go on to Amazon. I know I buy everything on Amazon and Walmart. So I did go on to Amazon and look for the cocoa essential oils, and I did find one that is chocolate. So I ended up ordering this one. And I'm going to say that I really love this. I'm going to put the picture of this in now. And so you can see I didn't really pay very much for this, and it's a pretty big bottle. I like to get the big bottles whenever I order them because I do tend to use them quite often. I have the large essential oils diffuser, and this actually came from Target. I'll put this in now. So I ended up buying this in the store. I didn't see this online when I was getting ready to order, but it's pretty big. It is, I'm going to say it holds about half a gallon of water, maybe close to a gallon. I can't remember exactly how many. This one is actually, this is turned on low. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I can see this coming out extremely. And I put 10 drops of water in at a time. I'm just going to kind of bring this up here so you can see that coming out of there. I don't feel like you can see what I can see. Please don't look at my plant. I know it looks terrible. I've had it for a long time. It needs to be repotted. But anyway, you can see the steam coming out. It's not steam, it's just water. But anyway, so you can see that coming out of there. And so that is what I use. I have 3 of these actually. I have this one. I have a smaller one that I got from Walmart. And then I have one that's even smaller than that is in the office. But so I tend to use these for fragrances. Plus it helps to add a little moisture into the air. It helps to cut down on the dust. And we live in a really dusty area, so I really do like that. Especially we have dogs that are in and out, and so it helps to cut down on the dust as well. But so this is the one that I got, and it smells so good. It smells like a Tootsie Roll kind of. It just smells so good. And so I got that one. And it does cost a little bit more than the other ones that I normally get. I usually just get the ones from Walmart that are the Mainstays brand. And I'll show you those now. They normally run $5 or so. And you can normally just pick these up in the store. And this is one of my other favorites is frankincense. Frankincense smells so good. And I pretty much use it year round. And then my other favorite one is the cinnamon bark. And oddly enough, it kind of smells similar to Dr. Pepper. I know, it's so weird. But it has a really good fragrance to it too. And so we have several others. And sometimes I'll mix different oils together to get different fragrances. Sometimes I will mix like the frankincense and patchouli. This was actually known as Cleopatra's perfume back in the day. She, in studies that I've done about different things from history, that was actually known as her love potion, and that's what she wore all the time, was patchouli and frankincense. So I'm sure she had other fragrances as well, but I just thought that was awesome. And then peppermint is one that we will use some. You can also use peppermint like when it's really hot outside and you need something to help cool you down. You can take peppermint and put it onto like a towel, dip it into cold water, or just put a towel in a bag with cold water, a little Ziploc bag, and add 3 or 4 drops of peppermint oil and put it in a cooler. And then you take that bag out and open it up, take your towel out and just put it like on your neck for a little bit to let you cool down, and maybe just wipe it on your face and stuff. And it will actually feel cool a lot longer even after you remove the towel due to the peppermint oil. So it's really good for people that are out in the heat a lot. And then lavender. Lavender is always a good go-to. It's really good for stress, anxiety, and things like that. So lavender is definitely a good one to have around. So anyway, so that is something that I pretty much use every day. And then these are just some of the oils that I use. And these are the bigger bottles of oil that I get. It says they're 30 milliliters or 1 ounce. And so that's how big the 1 ounce bottles are if you get those. So I definitely recommend you get the larger bottles, especially if you're going to use them like I do. One of the other things while we were at Hershey was I had gotten to where I would go in the cocoa beanery and order the honey lavender latte in the mornings. And it just kind of helped to kind of keep me from stressing, keep the anxiety down and things like that. And so, especially when things weren't going so great. And I loved it, but we can't get that around here. So one other thing when I got home was I looked on Amazon again, I know, and started looking for honey lavender. And so I didn't get the latte, but I do drink tea. And so I decided to go with the honey lavender stress relief tea by Yogi. And so, or Yogi. And so this is the one that I ended up ordering in. I ended up getting it in the 3-pack, which they had for a pretty good deal. It has 16 tea bags in here. It's caffeine free. And it is supposed to be really good for stress relief. And so I actually will take a bottle of water and open it up, drink a little bit out of it. This is what the packs look like. I just open the pack, get one out, and I'll like just kind of bend the tea bag in half, just this way. And I'll take it and put it down in my water and put the top back on and just kind of let it sit for a little bit. And then the other thing I do is I actually will take honey. We have raw honey around here, and I'll put some honey in that water as well and shake it up, and that gives it a little bit of sweetness. And then it also has the honey and lavender from the tea bag. And I've actually noticed that my stress and anxiety seems to have gone down quite a bit since I've been doing this. The very first day of using it, I noticed that I seemed to sleep better. And the last trip that we had to take, my anxiety did not go through the roof when we were in the vehicle, which is my biggest issue, is travel and anxiety with traveling. I never felt stressed out. I never felt odd or off or anything like that. I was able to just go and be, and actually be almost like I was before anxiety hit me. It felt amazing. And so I've gotten to where I use this every day now, and that's only been 1 week. I've been using it for 1 week now, and I can see a huge difference in it. And then one other thing that I ended up getting as well was the Lavender Honey Drops. And I'm not going to lie, these things are so good. If you love the taste of raw honey and you love the taste of lavender, you will love these. And they just come in this glass jar, and they're just little drops. And just put one in your mouth and just let it dissolve, and it actually will last for a while. And then it does have a liquid center in it, which is honey. I mean, it's a honey center, like an actual, you know, liquid honey center. It's just so good. And so I've gotten to where when I get up in the mornings, I will actually put one of those in my mouth as I'm leaving my house to get ready, you know, to go to work. And it's just really good. I don't know. I guess maybe it's a combination of the different things that I've gotten, but it's working. It seems to be working more than anything else. So if you have anxiety or you tend to stress, you might want to try these. I can't guarantee you that it will work for you, but it has definitely been helping me. I actually feel like I want to go places now, and I have not done that in years. And so one other thing that I ended up getting in, and I just got this, so I really can't tell you if it's helping or not helping, but it does taste good. I ended up ordering in this honey feast, and it is the Lavender Raw Honey, and it's the real honey. And so I ended up getting this in, and I've gotten to where in the evenings I will take 1 teaspoon of that and put it into a cup of water, mix it real good, and then just let it mix up real good in there, and then add me some ice into it, and I'll just kind of just sip on that throughout the evening. I do a big cup. I did a giant cup, and I just put it in there with I just put about that much water in there to start with, and that teaspoon of honey, and I just mix it in really good, and then I add more water and ice, and I just drink on that throughout the evenings. I don't know, like I said, I feel better, so hopefully that is helping. And so a couple of other things that I did, as y'all know, I injured my leg not too long ago, and I couldn't walk, and I didn't do any videoing during that week because I literally could not walk, couldn't move, couldn't hardly do anything. So videoing was the last thing I was worried about at that time. But so while I was sitting there, I was thinking, I've got to do something to try to get this pain out of my leg, and I need to figure out what it is. And so I ended up looking for things to help get rid of pain. And one of the things that came up was copper jewelry. And I thought, I don't know about it. And then I got to thinking, my granddaddy, for as far back as I can remember, wore a copper bracelet. He was very active, and I thought, maybe there's something to it. So I decided to order one. And I actually got one that was 9 inches long, and I wore it around my ankle. This is the one that I ordered in. As you can see, it's probably about 1/2 inch wide, and it is the length. And so I ended up ordering this in and putting it on the ankle of the leg that was hurt. So when we had to leave on our trip, I wore this bracelet as an anklet the whole time we were gone. And then I started feeling a lot better. And to this day, I'm not having any problems with my knee or my leg at all. So, I mean, it's still a little tender, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't hurt. It's just, you know, a little tender when I walk on it a whole lot. And so anyway, this is one thing that I did. And so it actually has magnets on the back of this. There's 2 magnets on each one of these links. And I've actually taken the size down to about a 7 now, and I've gotten to where I'm wearing it as a bracelet. And I will actually swap it from arm to arm just to see if maybe it will help me feel better also. So that is one thing that I am actually doing as hopefully to help with health. And then the other thing is so I've started reading about these Obsidian Stones and how they're supposed to help to remove, you know, toxicity, toxins in your body and things like that. And so I ended up ordering in 2 of those, and this is what they look like. They just look like black beaded bracelets, and they're stretchy. I ended up ordering in 2 of these. And so I've gotten to where I will wear these opposite the other bracelet. So I'm just wearing them like this, and every other day I swap them. So one day I'll wear, you know, the copper magnet on one hand, and then the other day I will wear the obsidians on the other one. And so just to give you an idea, like this is the copper. Like I said, this one has just been taken down. It comes with a tool to be able to remove links, and then this is the other one. And then, you know, every other day I just kind of swap them. And then I just do it every day. Every day I swap hands and trade them off. And I do feel better. I don't know what of it is working. I'm trying so many different things at one time right now. I don't really know which it is that's helping. But honestly, it's all helping, I'm hoping. And so I'm just going to kind of keep you updated on this to let you know if I start feeling bad again or if it keeps working and keeps helping. I'm hoping for the latter. So anyway, alright, so I just wanted to do a little unboxing with you, and this is just the unboxing basically of the things that we've gotten in just lately, just things that are different and new for us. I mean, we get stuff like coffee, dog food, you know, dog toys and stuff like that quite often. But these are things that we have just gotten that are different. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day.